That's off. Right, okay.
It's 12 o'clock!
Come over here. It's 12 o'clock. Right, how are you going to do this?
I don't know.
Right, you're going to say hello to her. Say
Hello, everyone. I'm his daughter.
Right, it's nearly 12 o'clock. I think we've got 1 more minute to go, Dave, on my watch.
Okay. But
So-
it says on computer.
Oh, so it's on computer. Okay, we need to get all this off.
Computer. So, share. Comment, that means comment. Who's there?
Say who's there.
Okay. It
Right,
says-
everybody, it's become very clear that we've never done this before, have we, Days? So I'm Ed, hello, this is Cheese and Wine Painting Club, and there's no cheese or wine today because children are... Do you like cheese? Wine?
Yeah, I like cheese.
We're going to paint Monet's poppy fields, and what's going to happen is I'm going to teach Daisy how to do it. Here's one I haven't finished earlier. So what I should do for you guys at home, I would get a photograph of this, which is on the Facebook page. Can you see this? Yes. Hi, Chloe. Hi, Palm. Right, so get a photograph of that on maybe one computer or the other side. And then you can use that as your reference. I tried to finish mine. I don't know if I can zoom in. Can I zoom in? Let's have a look. No, I can't zoom in. Yeah, I can zoom in. Tried to finish mine, but I spent 45 minutes trying to get the video to go on landscape and not portrait, so I didn't quite finish it. Back to that. Oh yeah, ta-da! We've got a frame and everything. Brilliant. Have you got your paint, Days? All right then. What are we going to do first? I thought that was my paint.
This is mine.
Okay, I've got a brush. If anyone's actually going to paint at home, we recommend that you have all the primary colours. Show them the primary colours, Days.
Primary
What are
colours.
they?
Blue, red. It's better to have dark red in this, but you can have light red if you want. And yellow.
Oh, we need white.
We need white.
Got some white.
Okay.
Okay.
And you need white.
Okay. The first thing we're going to do for those people painting at home is we're going to do what's called a ground, and we're going to paint the whole thing orange. Orange. You got your water there.
Okay.
There. So big brush, big brush, big brush.
Big brush.
Big brush. And oh, we've got to say hello to Bob Smith in France. Bob Smith is beaming in from France. It's a secret now. It's made up. Okay, Dave, get painting. We need a better brush than that. We're going to make an orange colour. So tiny, 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 tiny bit of red. Not all that. Tiny bit of red into some yellow, and we make like a dirty orange, really watery, right? And we're going to paint the whole thing orange. That's too dark, but it's fine for water. Get painting, Dave. Right. Whole thing orange. Oh, it's dirty. Try not to get other colours on your brush. Right. Need some more paint. No, that's too red. Make it sort of more yellow than red. Oh man. Right. How many people are going to be painting at home, do you reckon, David?
No idea.
More than 3? Oh, mine's too dark as well. More water.
It helps spread if you put more water.
Yeah, more water for spreading. It doesn't matter if you fire paint everywhere, as it does. Don't start a paint fight. Don't start a paint fight. Okay. So when I said yellow or light orange, this has gone very, very
Dark.
kind of dark.
You can't see this.
Put a bit of white in it. And at this stage, it doesn't matter really. We're just trying to get the canvas covered up. Days. Chop chop.
Yes.
Get it on there.
Okay. Try to make the orange.
No, make it on the canvas. You don't need to make it all up in the
Yeah, that's too dark.
on your palette. You can make it, chuck it on. Because it's got to have time to dry. You want more water on there.
Yeah, I know.
That'll keep it going, right?
How are you so fast?
So here we go. We've nearly done this background. Save money
Other
on
people-
framing by painting around the outsides like this bit. And then you can hang it on the straight on the wall.
You need to wait for other people.
You need to chop chop.
Other people aren't as fast
I
as you.
know, that's true. That's true. It's supposed to be relaxing this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to see who's on. Who's on? 22 people are on.
Yay.
20 oh, hi Elsie. I can't hear you, by the way.
I can't hear anyone.
Right, we haven't even got any tunes on, have we?
That's annoying.
Right. How's that? How's yours getting on?
Okay.
So for people painting at home, it's supposed to be relaxing, you've got a lot of time. Daisy wants to make, you'll need to make that more, yellow now. Rear up. Who a bit of line. Get a bit of this on. More water.
Still need more yellow.
Huh?
Still need more yellow. This is good.
Alright, you crack on. You crack on. Is it the afternoon yet? Nearly.
Huh?
Oh, Rachel Wilson's watching. Go, Days.
I am so bad at painting.
No, you're not. You just got to be a bit quicker. You need to use a bit of water, so makes it spread out better. Shouldn't touch your painting, should I? Sorry about that. Not when it gets to the important bits. It's all down to you. It's all down to you. Oh, hi Marcella. Lucia and Hannah are watching it, Dave.
Oh.
It's going to be like an internet sensation, I would say, probably in a matter of hours.
Da, 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 da.
Don't go singing though.
This is really light and that is really
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's still going to be brilliant. Still going to be brilliant. All right, Ian. Ian's on. Right. How are you getting on, Dave? Put some more paint.
Trying to get yellow. No.
Mix it on the canvas.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling people to do, right? Mix it on the canvas. So we're using acrylic paint, any like, it's actually Dulux emulsion,
Okay.
and it dries really quick, which is good because we're going to build the whole thing up in like layers, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is, like I said, called a ground, and we're trying to get rid of all that nasty white canvas because we want to make this painting look double pro. What do you think? You're nearly there, you're nearly there.
Yeah.
Well, let's get a bigger brush.
Yeah.
Here's a top tip.
Always have a big brush.
Yeah, well, if you want to paint a bit quicker, get a bigger brush. That's a big brush.
Almost done.
You've nearly done it.
Yeah.
Oh look. It's a bit late now, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Right, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, get it on. Get it on. Get it on. Right. Okay. So, we're going to paint this. Oh, hello. Go for it.
Yes.
It's supposed to be like light yellow.
Oh, oops.
Okay. Let's just leave that now. We're going to leave that because it's got to dry. Otherwise, when we do the sky, what's going to happen, Dave?
It will go yellow.
Well, go green because we're going to put blue on it, aren't we? When I say stop, which bit? Stop.
Done.
Stop.
Done.
Stop. It'll never dry. Stop.
Done.
It'll never dry. All right. Okay. Get that big brush in the sink. And see who's watching. Right. So next step is we need a little brush. Dave,
Sorry.
leave it. Oh, it's Bill Smith. Bill Smith. He's watching from France. I'll tell you who it is later. Right, so we need to. So TikTok. That's a totally different video. Right, have you got a small brush?
Yes, I do. Somewhere around it.
Okay. So we're going to do the skyline, the back of the field. The way to do it is we do a little dot in the middle, so we know where stuff is. Just do a tiny little blue dot. If it drips down, you can just. That's a small one. If it drips down, which it hasn't, let's say if it did drip down, you can just do that with your fingers. We don't really want it to, but if it does, you just wipe it like that.
And if you don't want to get your hands dirty, you do it with a tissue.
Yeah, good thinking. Good thinking. Alright, so that little dot is that little dot there, which is the middle of the canvas, which is here. Which is here. Here. So it's the middle tree. And then the little house and whatnot is to the right of it. So whilst we're doing these little trees, they don't have to be perfect because we're going to paint a lot of stuff on top of them. So we're going to go keep a look at your reference. Daisy, have you even got a reference?
No.
Do you want to share this?
Yeah.
All right. Get a bit of tape. Get a bit of tape.
Which one is it?
It's that middle one there. Get a bit of tape. We can stick it there. And then you can work your way. Give me it back. And then we can work our way across. And maybe we'll do a little line.
Okay, no need tape.
Do a little line like that, and that's the back of this field. So the back of this field, and then we can see there's a tiny little gap
Where's
there.
some scissors?
Hey, scissors, just rip it. There's a little gap,
Ouch.
and then
Can't rip that one.
there's a tree. It doesn't really matter what colour these are. Like if it goes greeny, bluey, fine. But we don't want to have them very defined edges. We want some blurry edges. So if you just tap it like that, tap it.
And if you don't want to get your hands dirty, use a tissue.
Use a tissue. Okay. Okay.
Why am I doing this again?
So we can share this. Put it on there. Stick it to the thing. And then we gradually. I should stick it on there. Stick it on there. Oh, maybe not because that colours our sign, doesn't it?
Here.
Oh, there.
Okay.
Right. So that's what it is. And we're moving. And we're just painting these little trees in like that. There. don't have to be too kind of precise about it. And also with painting trees, doesn't matter if there's 10 trees or you've already done that one. Leave a gap for the house. Why don't you? Yeah, and then and then there's another little gap. Do the line. Beautiful, and then just bang some trees in like that. You copy that one, and then we need to do some more trees. This big one goes half the way up, basically. So if we have,
There's a tiny gap.
let's say we've got that bit of hill here, and it's slightly higher up. Just goes down like that. So it's slightly higher up than that, just like that. Yeah, this tree is basically halfway. The top of it is almost halfway up to the top of the canvas. So do that, but it's really rough. To make it rough, I'm not really painting with my paintbrush like that because that would make a proper painting strokes, and we're trying to keep it rough. So I'm just using the edge of it. You can do that, please. It's looking good. That. Looking at that. There's a top tip for later when you do this tree trunk. Use the wrong end of the brush.
Yeah, it's so
Tree
fun.
trunk.
Tree trunk.
Tree trunk.
Yeah.
Don't worry too much about these bushes. Just roughly put them in like that. And we'll put the people, like these people who I spent hours on earlier. We'll put them in at the end. That's with the tiny little brush. Okay. Right. Now, if you haven't got any canvases, you can use cardboard boxes or so if you got if you've got a bit of cardboard box, you can cut this bit out and paint it white just with any old household emulsion that you find under the stairs or whatever, and then that's a good canvas in these tough times. These tough times of not being able to get anything. Right, I'm going to do these. It's looking good, that. I shouldn't sound so surprised. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay.
That's a huge tree.
Yes, good one. Like that. Like it. Some little bushes like that. Okay. So, then we've got some nice kind of easy stuff to do nowadays. I'll wait for you to get those few bushes in. Right, let's see how we're getting on. Let's have a little... Hey Shivani! Right, let's have a little look. Well, shall we zoom in on you, Dave? Alright, get out of the way and see how you'll... Ta-da! That's how Daisy's getting on. And that's my effort from earlier. We can do better than that. We can do that. Alright, you waiting for me now? Oh, look. Come on, camera. Stay there. Right. Stay there. Irky-dirky. Right. So next, we need white and we need blue. Because we're going to do most of the grass.
White and blue.
Or grass, as you said, Daisy.
I'm not really grass.
So this side of the field, there's almost like a little footpath that comes down here. There's like a little footpath that comes in the meadow, like down here. So this is mostly flat, I think. And then this side is like a bit of a bank. So that we need to try and roughly get that in. It's almost like this.
Green.
What?
Green.
You made your own green, that's good. It's almost like there's like some train tracks at the top of there, maybe. It's like an embankment that comes down. So any brush really. I need white paint. Things. There's a little art lesson. Things in the background are pretty much always lighter than stuff in the foreground because they're further away in the light diffuses and stuff, and then there's smog. So over here it's lighter. If you squint your eyes up so you can hardly see, you can see that that's lighter than that. And it doesn't matter too much about the colour as long as you get the tone right, which is light and dark. What's going on there, Dave? It's freestyling it.
Yeah.
Okie doke. Right then. So with a bit of white, a little bit of white, a little bit of blue, maybe it's like this. A little bit of white, a little bit of blue, maybe a bit of yellow.
Get a brush.
Get a big brush then.
Are these yours?
No. They're all mine. So we're going to get a colour like that, and then because we want to disguise our brush strokes, we're going to put it on like this. We're going to go, oh, it's too blue, might need a bit of yellow like that. We're going to try and disguise the brush strokes, it's still too blue, but it doesn't matter because we're using acrylic paint, aren't we? You want more paint. More paint. So at the back of these fields, I still need more white. There's not much detail, it's all quite sketchy. You can use your fingers, and it's because of the fields, everything's kind of that direction, horizontal. And gradually, as you start coming down, you start making stuff a bit darker. Why don't we cheat days and get some actual green? You don't want so much water.
You should have told me.
Oh, some sort of did. As you get towards the bottom, like the foreground, you're more likely to be able to see the grass coming up here. So that's when the brush strokes can start going that way. And just keep painting. Some of that orange can poke through. Should make a good bit of contrast. How's it going, Dave? You're mixing it up on the palette, aren't you? You want to mix it up on the canvas. And then you get more colours. Alright, that's all done. Dave, jump out the way so people can see. Like that way. This is kind of done. Make sure you paint up to the edges, right?
Like that.
And make it sketchy. So you want it like, you want to feel sort of sketchy stuff. Not like one big block of colour there. Like you don't want one big bit of green there. You want like sketchiness. Yeah. And then you can bring, so that's kind of that direction there, and then ta-da. And then that direction like that.
Maybe a bit of white.
Bit of white, but you want to start getting a bit darker nowadays. So, if you don't like the look of that, I don't really like the look of that, you can just paint on top. I want some sort of really light yellow background like that. I'm just going to paint that on top. Or we can fiddle with this all a bit later. So, and then this side, it's the same sort of thing. You've got down the bottom, you've got, and this needs to be darker. To make the darker green, just add blue, more blue. You want to be more up and down. But then at the back, it needs to be lighter. And I'm just mixing, I'm just like picking colours, like I've got a bit of that white. If I want it lighter, if it doesn't matter if it goes a bit pink, because look in here, it is a bit pink. How's yours going? Yeah? That's quite good. You can see those lines going down there. Make sure you paint the edges as well, guys. More paint, more paint. More paint. So you can see, like gradually, my brush strokes are, I'm holding the paintbrush like that. So it's super, super light. So that means it just catches the canvas. And I've used the dodgy old recycled one, so there was about 4 paintings underneath that yesterday, and I just whitewashed it over, which is good for texture, so you don't always need like a perfect, no swearing, sweetie, no swearing. You need to be going this direction, that's going that direction. And you're painting like this, you're doing this, you want to be just scratching it on like that. Yeah? No, you're painting it. Dave, get out of the way so people can see what you're doing. Daisy is painting it like this. And we want to be just dropping it on like that. So hold it really light.
You said to go.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. So you just sort of tickle it on. Tickle it. Okay. So you can see that's kind of my sort of working. I'm going to zoom in. I'm that pleased with it. Woohoo! Alright, let's have a look. So mine's looking like that. It's not looking much like the painting as what we're supposed to be doing yet, but it's getting there. And the more colours, the more kind of dynamic painting we've got. We've got all these other paintings. Look, we've got Mona Lisa. Vermeer, that's a bit of a tricky one. Screen. We got Daisy Sumner there. There she is. Woo. Oh yeah, get out of the way, Daisy. Here's yours. Beautiful. Beautiful. You want to be flattening out the back of the field a bit, really. Is anyone painting? Actually painting?
Comment if you're painting.
Comment if you're painting. You've got some signs, haven't you, Dave?
Somewhere around it. Here's one.
Share. That's good.
Share.
That's SH, not CE. Beautiful.
We got like. We got something else. We got.
Johnny, show us what you got going so far.
I can't find the love.
I think if you've missed the start,
Love.
Beautiful. If you've missed the start, I'm pretty sure the video will be on the Facebook page. So I think you can watch it afterwards. I believe it's all a big learning thing, isn't it, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
So for an hour, it wasn't quite an hour, 45 minutes. The whole thing was in portrait mode, which is like proper amateurville. And I couldn't sort it out. I was freaking out when I did.
Yeah, you were really freaking out.
Yeah, I was freaking out. And who fixed it, Dave? Did you fix? Yeah. Oh, that's an absolute legend. Absolute legend.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so we need. What am I doing?
I
don't know. Okay. So I'm gonna.
Sorry.
I'm gonna finish off this bottom bit here. So it's blue plus yellow. Think about what you're doing, Dave. Don't just chuck it on. You're trying to get it. I know you are chucking it on. So I'm saying don't. Whoa, that's gone a bit too. Dave, leave that. The top stuff. It's got to be like that, really gentle, and then down the bottom. You're not listening, are you?
No.
No. That's fine. No one listens to me.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. Okay. Right. So gradually, this is sort of working out, I think. Do you know how you do a gradient, Jace?
No, I have no idea. Actually, I do.
Tell the people how you do a gradient of the.
How I do it.
Yeah, but we're going to do a gradient next. With this, all this will have dried, hopefully.
So, how I do a gradient.
Go on then, tell them.
So, you start with the darker ones up, topper.
What? That doesn't make any sense at all. And look at this, not me.
You start with the darker colours up at the top.
You are. We're going to paint
Normally.
the sky next.
So, it's
So
the sky. So
we're going to start with the blue.
So
and then-
you're teaching me now.
We're going to start with the blue, and then we're going to. You finish.
Okay, and then we're going to put some white in, keep on adding white until it's like proper white
Yeah.
at the bottom. And
So
then
here is white, and here is blue. And Anita.
here's you teaching it. And then you well, what I do.
Come on.
And then I do dark blue, and then I put light blue, then I put white, and then put water in the middle.
Oh, clever.
And then
Clever.
dark.
Always thinking, Titty. Well done. Right, that's that. So we need a clean brush. So if we're going to do the sky and make sure it stays blue. See, look what we've got here. We've got these lovely little bits of orange poking through, Daisy. Daisy, look. You happy with it?
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it? So we're going to do the sky next. And we need clean palette. Clean palette. Clean brush.
Palette?
Yeah, well, I mean, I do.
I'm not.
Okay. I'm going to get a clean palette or just use like a different section. Get a clean brush or wash your brush properly because you don't want a big green sky. Don't put.
Oh.
Can I have a clean brush?
Yeah.
Right.
Here you go.
Oh, well, that's a belter. That's a belter.
Yours is better than mine.
What?
Yours is better than mine. That's sad.
Okay, so we're lucky we've got two blues. So we've got a dark blue, white. If you're looking, you've got more than one blue. You do the darkest blue at the top, and then you move it into the light blue. Irish post sauce. Move it into the light blue, and then finally you need to finish it on white. But make sure.
There's no orange.
You knew that.
Yeah, I knew it.
You need lots of paint, lots and lots of paint. So hopefully we're gonna make that. We need this time. We are mixing it in the on the palette, and then we're gonna go loads and loads of paint.
Water.
So the way I do it, Days, if you keep doing that and keep doing that, and jump out of the way, sweetie. If you keep doing that and keep doing that and keep doing that and have it too thin, you'll end up with a green sky. So that's why you get lots of paint and you put it on real thick and you make sure it's all covered, and then you leave it basically. If I went and kept doing this, it would wake up all the yellow and it'd be green like that. Next line, we just add a little bit of white.
Oh,
You loving it?
I love this blue.
And you try and then the tricky bit is kind of blending it in. And then you add more white. Oh, that's not enough white there. When you start hitting the trees, because we were moving down like this from the top, when you start hitting the trees, you just don't do that bit. And if you've got some yellow or orange around the edge of the tree, it's actually quite good because I'm pretty sure the whole thing's backlit, so you're going to get the light shining through the leaves, and so like if you've got like a little sort of halo around the trees, that's good. It's a good thing.
Now, light blue, then we're gonna do white.
You're going to struggle to get to white, Dace, there.
Hmm?
You're going to struggle to get
But
to
I know
white.
how I'm doing it. Yes.
Okay then. I'm going to struggle as well. So you can play around. We're going to put the clouds in that afterwards. Okay. Oh, I'm going to struggle to get to the white as well. Just play around. If your sky ends up going, as long as it's blue, basically, it'll be alright.
I know it doesn't look like a gradient.
It will look like a gradient though, won't it? So there we go. So here, I'm just going up to the
gradient.
I'm just going up to the edge of the tree. Not totally. If you go over the tree, then that's fine, and it helps because the trees aren't. Well, they are solid, but they're see-through with the leaves, aren't they? A bit see-through. It's a better word for see-through, days. I don't know.
Transparent.
Oh yeah, semi-transparent. Is that what it is?
Probably.
Okay. I need more white paint.
Bring some for me too.
Oh, I'll get that then, shall I?
Yeah.
What was I getting? White paint.
White paint.
Oh, this is not going mad. You're not sure?
Yes, no. That's
Oh.
good.
How's it all going?
Good. Just need to make sure it doesn't dry out.
We've got 26 million people watching, Days. 26 million.
Really haven't.
26.
I was like, I can't believe that. I needed to water. Need water. A lot of water.
Okay, here comes the great. Oh, you don't want water, Days?
No,
What happens if you put water on? You're going to see all that orange, aren't you? It's going to go like a big brown sky. Yeah. Yeah. No water.
Well, I'm
I want to see people. I want to see if anyone's painting at home or while they are at home.
comment if you're painting.
Comment if you're painting. Okay, here we go. I've gone a bit too blue, so I'm going to clean the rest of my blue off the brush. The brush. Like this. Des, you need to make it lighter, I would say.
No, and you know, you'll see.
I'll see, will I?
Yes.
You've got it all covered.
Yes.
So then, right down at the bottom, as you can see here, we want it really white. Okay, here we go. Here we go, Des. Here we go, here we go. Where's that reference thing gone? Oh, it's gone. Okay, we're just going to make it up.
Make it up as we go.
Oh, good. So here we go. So now we're getting this, the white in. Some of it will go over the trees. Don't worry about the trees. We're going to sort of redo them. I forgot about the house. So the house goes there. Yeah, I totally forgot about the house. So if you forgot about the house, just like give it a bit of space there. Okay. How good was that clapping last night, Des?
Huh? Yeah, that was so fun. If anyone did the clapping,
Send us a clap.
send us a
I think
clap.
you can send us a clap.
Think you can send us. I'm just copying what you
Why don't you have a look on the computer to see who's... I want to see Archie's. Archie's painting, did you know?
Is he doing it?
Yeah. Archie!
You always.
Okay, this is going pretty well, I think. Let's have a look.
Yeah, almost forgot the house then.
Get in there, innit? Don't forget to go in between the trees. In between the trees.
Now I need water.
Right, that's looking alright. Okie dokie. We'll be getting sponsorship deals probably. Quite soon, I'd imagine. Right.
Now we need some water.
That's a bit too orange around there, isn't it? So it's gonna... How's it looking, Daisy? You need to get a bit of room for your house.
There's the room.
No, it's not a bright red house, is it? And the tree line here, jump out of the way so I can show. Daisy, just jump out of the way a sec. There you go. The tree line here is not a straight line. It's all a bit bobbly, isn't it? So you can just use your finger. Wobble it. Wobble it. Right. Okie dokie. What do you think we should do next? Just chill. Should we just chill and like wait for people to catch up?
Now it's dried out, that's annoying. are. No,
Right, I'm going to zoom in on yours.
I haven't really seen it from far away.
I'm going to zoom in on yours. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, that was a drip. Very big drip.
Well, you need to smudge it out, City. Smudge it out. No, just with your fingers.
Yeah, but it's dry.
Oh, all right. Put some paint on top of it. There's my one. See, from a distance, this is the whole point of expressionism, impressionism, or post-impression. Is it, Chloe? I can't remember. Is that it looks good from a distance, but when you get close up, super sketchy. Super sketchy. Do. Right. What, you've done it? What are you thinking? Thinking pretty good?
Okay.
Okay. What are we going to do next then?
I'm saying that the light's coming from behind.
Yes, definitely.
In mine, definitely.
Yeah. Okie dokes. So, what are you doing?
Just saying
Doing
behind.
a little dancing. Okay, I think we need to do a little bit more of the meadow. A little bit more meadow and then some poppies. Or, no wait, we'll do clouds.
Cloud.
Clouds.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, do you know why we're doing the clouds days?
Why?
Because we've already got a clean brush which has got white and blue on it. Yeah?
Oh, okay.
So that's what we're going to do. Clouds.
Oopsies.
How are we going to do the clouds? Oh, thanks.
We're gonna get
So
some
clouds,
light.
pretty easy. The tops of the cloud, these are cumulus clouds.
Ah, cumulus.
Yeah.
We learned that in before, but now I forgot about them.
Oh, right, that's good. This is Mummy Bennett's watching this, you know. Right.
I remember some.
Okay, so here's how we do cloud days. Get some
But
paint.
there's cumin in them.
Sweetie.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Get
Cumin in them.
some white paint. If there's a bit of blue on your paintbrush, that's fine. And we're gonna, if we do the tops of the clouds like this, with the brush sort of perpendicular to the canvas like that, we can do that. So the tops of the clouds are bubbly bits, or bubbly like that. And if you want to do then with your fingers.
How do you make up my class?
Right, so you jump out of the way, Dave. So we do bubbly bits like this,
Bubbly, 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 bubbly.
and then you flatten out the bottom with your fingers. So do that. Then that cloud is done. The clouds at the top are the ones that are closest to you. So the top clouds are going to be bigger. If you like the look of it, just leave it. And if you don't like the look of it, keep going until you're all right with it. If there's anything you're struggling with, leave it and do something else until later. We can come back to it later. Where is the thingy bob stairs?
What thingy box?
The picture.
Two.
The picture of Molly. That's it. Always have a look at your reference. Don't lose your reference.
Like we just.
Like we just did. It makes it very difficult. So don't come do Monets from memory. That'll be different. Right. Okay. So here come that big cloud there. Oh yeah. Days. You know the clouds at the top are bigger than the clouds at the bottom. The little clouds at the bottom far away, so they're going to be smaller. And they're like little lines like that. And then they go bigger, bigger, sort of like that.
Like that?
Yeah, you need some like tiny ones in there though. Like that. How's that? Oh, I did it and then you messed them all up. Alright. Also, the clouds that are closest to you are...
This is what messy hands look like.
That's true.
when you paint on them.
They're kind of thicker as well, so if you want to use a lot of paint at the bottom, that helps your depth of the painting, because it's almost like a sculpture, it comes out. Same at the top, because the clouds at the top is almost like the roof of a painting. So you can put it on real thick there, but on this back line here, you want it quite sort of thin. Quantity of paint wise. Daisy, you just stood in front of the old picture of the people. I want them to see this piece of work. Can I have a look through the camera, see if you can see it. And then don't forget, clouds go behind the trees, some of them. So let's do that. What's it looking like, Daisy? We've broken the internet. Oh. Oh. That's good. We've now only got 23 million people watching. So.
That's annoying.
I'm just going to do that. Like that. Okay, good. Right. We're 45 minutes in, Dave. Are we ready to smash it?
Yeah.
We're going to do more. Meadow. Get the green out. That's all we can do.
Green.
Get the green out. Chuck it in there.
Pinch pencil.
Yes, in there. Green, yellow, blue. Just helps for a bit of. That'll do, love. That'll do. Green, yellow, blue. So I'm mixing it all up. Like
That's
these.
so
Bit of white in there. Green, yellow, blue. If we mix it up, like we've got about 25 different colours on. More than that. Loads of colours on there. So when you apply them to the painting, it makes it look more vibrant. Nice. Yeah?
Yeah.
So all those colours are now going in there. And then try not to forget, you want it darker at the front and lighter at the back.
I'm trying to wash my thing here.
You don't need to wash, what are you washing?
Nothing.
You don't need it. Okay, so when you're... Oh, hello. What's happened there?
I don't know.
Oh.
I thought that would just be...
Alright, so let's say that probably need to get rid of the all the orange. Not all the orange, but some of that.
Yeah, I ruined that bit.
Remember which direction, Dave? It comes down like that, doesn't it? There. Yeah, that'll do. And a bit more like that. Okay. Can you sort us out with some red?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're happy enough...
Oh, I'm fine with my red.
What?
I'm fine with my red. Look how much red I've got.
Oh, you've got loads. Oh, I've got loads of red. Don't worry about it. So when you're happy-ish with your meadow, as in you've got rid of enough orange, then you can start putting in the...
Puppies!
No, I think we need to build up the trees. You want to go small brush.
Small brush.
And you want to make a deep sort of purple. So it's the red plus the blue. It's probably a bit more... I don't know, maybe it's half and half. Just experiment, we're trying to get that. And then that goes on top of the trees. If you want to do tree trunks, how do we do tree trunks, Dave? We do it like that, and then we get the other end of the brush and we scratch it out. But don't forget that you can't see the tree trunk of a whole tree when it's all leafy. So just do a little sort of suggestion of it. Alright. There we go. So these trees are jumping out. And then with that dark, that's looking good. And then with the dark colours that you've got going on, remember the foreground wants to be darker. You can just put a few little bits of grass in there, really light, like holding the brush like that again. Oh, hello.
What?
Watching my canvas, love. Huh? There we go. Like that. And a bit of that. And then gradually we sort of build it up and build it up. I think. There we
I
go.
wonder who's watching.
Who's watching that you know, babe? Okay, so that's good. I think this is basically good.
Red poppies.
Is it time for poppies?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time for poppies. So the poppies is quite. It sounds ridiculous, but the ones that are closer towards you are bigger than the ones that are far away. So what normally happens in these classes is also the poppies are all actually the same size, aren't they? Poppies are the same size, but if they're far away, they're tiny, tiny ones. And if they're, like my hand isn't changing in size, is it? It's just getting closer towards you. Yeah? Like the Father Ted sketch. You know, the one with the cow? Yeah, far away? No? Okay. So that said, what normally happens is that people go, big red poppy, and then there's a big red poppy over here, which like messes up the whole
Can I just go for the
perspective.
poppies?
You can go for the poppies. I would say poppies, they want to be red, maybe a tiny bit of yellow in them, or maybe a bit of white as well. You want to mix up quite a bit of it, and then the big poppies. Oh look, I've dribbled on my sign.
Daddy!
No, I know. Big poppies like this. Don't forget they're not all equally spaced out. It's not like
Polka dot.
polka dots. Yeah, polka dots. Yeah, they're not equal. Some of them will be like next to each other, and some of them will be on their own. And again, the biggest ones will be towards the bottom. And there's loads of them. There's loads of these. Look at them all. Look, this is how to space them all out equally. Jump out the way. Don't space them all equally. Same. Nature is random. There you go. Bit of randomness. We want randomness. You can do randomness by not looking. You just do it like that. Just do something without looking. But they're not that shape.
You said don't look! Daddy.
Sorry. And look, so there's lots of poppies. You can do that forever, basically. Forever. Is everyone who? I'm going to see who's painting. Johnny, send us a photo. I'm shouting because obviously you need to shout to get them to here. Okay, now we want the poppies right at the back. Really super sketchy, or tiny. I've just done what I said I shouldn't do. I've got some massive poppies at the back. You need tiny ones at the back. Yeah. Don't do that, it's really annoying. People just turn off. Okay, there's a load of poppies there. Right.
Is this random enough?
You what?
Is this random enough?
Yeah, but make sure you go all the way to the bottom of your...
Daddy didn't do enough poppies down here.
I didn't finish. I didn't have time to finish it, did I? Because I couldn't get the phone to go the right way up, could I? I can now, though, so it's all right.
Not you, me.
Hi, Nicole. How's the painting going? Well, I want to see photographs of paintings, Dave. That's what I want. That is just what I want. Or what we want. Oh yeah, so make sure you get them right in the bottom of your canvas. Otherwise, when you take the thing off, it's all going to be good colours. There we go. Oh, did I tell you we were going to do this again next week?
No.
Yeah, we're going to do it again next week.
We're doing it again next week if you want to see another.
we want to do. I'll send in suggestions because we can do anything.
Yeah.
Can't we?
If we try.
Yeah. Probably don't go for the Mona Lisa. Bit tricky. But if you want,
quite
whatever.
tricky,
Once.
even though I've never done it before.
Or go for Marilyn Monroe's quite good. If you want to do
like the screen.
the Scream, yeah, we could do the Scream again. Right. What happened?
Nothing.
Jump out, move out the way. So what happened? I'm going to zoom in. What did happen? Oh, that's all right. It's fine. No one's a thing of beauty. Okay.
Now I've got glue on my brush.
So we could do the Mona Lisa.
But that was
Tricky. We'd trace that. We could trace that.
We could do
Could
that
do.
one.
Could do Andy Warhol's Marilyn Monroe.
The cat. We could do.
There's another Monet. Can't remember what that was called.
What's
That's
this
Frida
one
Kahlo.
again?
Whoa, you don't know that?
No,
Come on. He did that. This is probably one of the most famous artists.
It's by Van Gogh.
Yeah. I thought that's what you were asking me.
No,
It's
what called.
Starry Night. Starry Night.
Ah, sorry. Starry Night.
Yeah.
We did that in year 2. Or it might have been in our club. Forgot.
I can't remember. Or maybe we need to do the little building, sweetie. How are we going to do that?
I didn't.
Doesn't matter, does it? How should we do the building?
The building. White, yellow, boom.
White, yellow, boom. Keep losing my paint. That's standard. Right. Okay, so if we're going to do the little building. The most important part of the building is to get the
white.
it's to get the
Shape.
orange. Just get the orange. It's a little square, a little orange square like this, and it's got to look like. I totally nailed that. Totally nailed it, Dave. What do you think about that? And then that's the terracotta roof basically. So you need it's yellow, red to get your orange, and then you knock it back because it's in the distance. Can we see that enough? I think so. I think it's good. So maybe because it's in the distance, it's further away. Add some white, and it'll look quite cool. And then for the windows, use the wrong end. I'll probably use the wrong end of the brush and just windows. Lost it again, Dave. That's lost it there. I'm thinking we're going. This is pretty professional.
Yeah, that went wrong.
Okay, here we go.
Done.
This has got to be better than the news, though, hasn't it?
Huh?
Have you done the little windows?
No.
Get the wrong end of the brush, dip it in some light blue,
I want to do
and you go 1, 2. Please take that. You just go 1, 2, 3. Let me zoom. Oh, yeah. All right then. I was going to zoom in. You just did it. Okay.
I want to see.
Don't crash your rat that way.
Okay.
Right. So here's something you can do if you want to tidy things up a bit without paint. There's no rules. No rules.
Daddy, a
Daisy,
question
a question.
in the comment.
Oh yeah.
Can you buy vouchers for your cheese and wine painting classes?
Oh, you can, Daisy. That's a very good question. Yes, you can. So there'll be a link. Someone's gonna. Rachel will send a link.
Rachel, send a link.
All right. If you want to,
If you want
can
to.
tidy things up by using a pencil. So for the building, if you wanted to, just go underneath the roof like that. Make the roof a bit sort of sharper. What are you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing. And this is what happens if you've got messy hands, like me. Yeah.
So you can tidy only if you want to. Some people like perfect. You can't do perfect art though, can you? Dave?
Okay, so this is Daddy's. Well, they're the 4.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can do that.
Don't kick the thingy. Alright. That's the 4 like that. Whoopsie. Right. Hold on a sec. Okay, we're gonna try
My
and get...
face.
Oh no, we don't want Okay.
I'm gonna wash my hands.
Oh, Days, no, don't worry about that. I'll do it at the end. Just wipe
I
them.
want a strawberry.
Paint. Not. Okay, have one. Oh no, I'll put it in. There. Absolutely not. Right. Okay. We're going to draw the people, paint the people. We're going to paint the people.
I forgot about the people.
I know you did. You thought you'd finished, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
But we haven't. We're going to paint the people. How are we going to paint the people? Small brush, I would say. Wouldn't you?
Mhm.
Can I borrow yours?
Mhm.
Small brush. And the things that we're going to do to start with
I'm gonna put this in the bed.
is we're going to paint this, which is the parasol. Do you know what parasol means, Des, in French?
Is it umbrella?
Parasol. It's not like umbrella, isn't it?
Hmm?
But it's it's to stop the sun, isn't it? Sol is sun.
Oh yeah, so
Sol, and it's a blue, light blue, small brush. And all we're thinking is the shape. It's really if you're trying to think about painting an umbrella or a parasol, then it's really difficult. But if you think about just painting the shape, think about where it's going to be.
it's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's like a little star, really, isn't it?
7. Is it a septic?
Septicon's got 7, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a septicon.
4, 5.
So you really, oh look at that. That's too
Yeah, it's a septagon.
septicon.
But with a septagon.
Septicon.
With like in edges.
Can you find the picture for us?
Mhm.
So yeah, in blue. I made it too light so you couldn't see, so I'm going for darker blue. Where is the picture, Dave?
I found it!
Ready?
Is this it?
That is it. Yes. Are you gonna have a go at this or what?
Yes, I am. But
So-
you've taken my brush somewhere.
Is that there? Hopefully we can just see the parasol. There you go.
I need my brush
Okay.
back.
Okay.
Thank you.
So that's the umbrella bit, the parasol bit. If you want to do the handle, we're going to do the same thing. Use the wrong end of the brush and do a little handle like that. And then we're going to paint the lady. We're going to need black paint. Good one, Dave. Whoa, that's far too much black paint.
I love saying that.
Okay, so for the lady, black paint. And we're really, all we're going to do is to start with, just draw a cross that's next to the umbrella, the parasol. So it's here, it looks like a cross. So it's just an example of, we're not painting the lady. There's actually a black cross that goes from where her shoulders to there, pretty much. And then there's another one that's another shoulder to there. And then you can start looking at the detail of the photograph that is on the Facebook page, and zoom in, and then you can get the detail. To do a dress, the easiest way, because she's walking through a meadow, is to get a bit of that black and a bit of a different colour. You're watching this, Dave. And you can do the edge over there and then just drag it down. So We just drag it down. That's it. That's good. And then the other thing that's black is the back of her hair. Is just comes up like that. And then there's I don't understand this painting at all. So there's a lady there, and then there's a little boy with some poppies, I think. So the little boy's got black hair. He's here. So he's just there. We can try and just think about shapes rather than what it is. See, the rim of his hat is definitely black. There's a black top bit of her hat, like that. And then, I don't know if anyone's seen this. I don't know if you've seen this.
Where?
There's 2 more people in the picture.
Where?
Top.
Where?
Up here. Up here. Up here.
I never saw that.
I know. Move out the way so people can see. There's 2 more people up here.
Can I just do them in black?
Do a little black cross. And then really, there's no point teaching you every single little step of this. This is for you to kind of do over the next 12 weeks.
12
whilst
weeks.
you're at home.
Whilst you're at home.
But we do need to do the whiter bits.
You need to do the whiter bits.
You've gone mad nowadays. Have you had enough? Right, the whiter bits go like the whiter bits are the top of that little boy's head in yellow and white, and then we do the top of we do the lady's hat. There she is. Little boy's face. And then up here in white, you do the hat there, and the hat there, and the hat there. But you can just do all this sort of later. There's the rim of the little boy. Are you going to bother doing this, or are you sticking strawberries? Right.
I love strawberries.
I know you too. Take this brush.
Okay.
Go, sweetie.
I'm just copying whatever you did. Then there's that. Then you did boom, boom.
Boom, boom. We're going to finish in the next 2 minutes, I reckon. So if you want to...
sign.
You need to sign it, Dave. Sign it. Hopefully, this video will stay, like, for a whatever it's called, a rebroadcast, like, so not a live, so hopefully I'll be able to post it to the page, and you can look over it again. But if you get stuck with anything, just email me or message it, and I'll be able to help you out. I really want to see someone's pictures. Maybe later when they've done them, because we like properly whizzed through, didn't we?
Yeah.
Gonna sign it. You're going to sign it Monet, or you can sign it your name, or somebody else's name. Monet. Don't think you're really allowed to sign it Monet. Well, you are. Do what you like, but don't try and sell it as a Monet. Oh, it's good days. All right.
Come on.
Nice. Why don't you give her a little face? Give her a little face. Oh, a little red face, is it?
Yeah.
Maybe not the right colour. maybe a bit more sort of yellowy, orangey face.
Ow. Ow, my ankle cracked.
Give her a little face.
She's fine.
Just finish it. Just do a face. She can't have a red face. It looks the same as a poppy. Here.
Okay.
All right.
She's got a poppy in her.
Don't worry.
Look.
Oh, Nicole's behind.
Huh?
Just shout which bit. We don't have to finish it, do we? We can just sort of leave it up. And people can have our frozen.
Huh?
Keep going all blurry.
Do we?
apparently.
No.
Days, don't press it, don't touch it.
We're frozen.
We're frozen?
Ah! Hello.
That must be Wi-Fi.
Oh, we're frozen.
Maybe our wife days.
Ow.
So we've got good Wi-Fi. Maybe it's people's different Wi-Fi.
Oh, we keep freezing up. I guess I'm gonna have a strawberry.
Okay, thanks Hannah. We're not frozen for Hannah. So it's just like a Wi-Fi thing.
It's a Wi-Fi
It's a Wi-Fi thing. So we're frozen here, but actually it's because I've got... I think we're okay, Daisy. No, do people want to watch Daisy eat strawberries?
Huh?
Do people want to just watch you eat?
So that's our painting. That's mine, and that's Daddy's, and that's Daddy's rush.
Why don't you get your signs out?
And that's a
then
sign.
What we can do is we can
Nicole said-
put yours in a frame.
Okay. Nicole said snack time.
Snack time, yes.
You know that
It's probably beer time.
the love heart.
Quarantine rules.
That means love.
Yes. Send us some love.
This means comment. This. Oops, that's where. That's what it start timer. And this is like
Right, we're going to see what they look like in the frame.
this.
Thanks.
It's share.
Okay. Can you help me? Put strawberries down. Right, so here's his Daisy. What an amazing piece of work, sweetie. Look at that. Does it need to be up, down? Oh, stunning piece of work. And then all we can do, we can put it in a frame. We can all admire its beauty. Hold on. Do you want to be? There, look. Nice. There we go.
Yay!
Can you come and hold it? It's going to fall out of the back. So you need to hold it with your hands like that. Look at that. Look at it. So, brilliant. Oh, you need to go. Look, Daisy's here. It is. Woo! Good one, Daisy. Are you the best painter in your school?
No,
Who is?
I have no idea.
Who's best in your class?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I do.
Hmm?
I do.
I
Huh?
don't know.
Oh, okay. Right, now, so that's that one. So here's a little zoom in on my one. And you can see how actually sketchy it is. Really super sketchy. But you get the idea, and we did that in
Very good.
an hour.
Wow.
In 10 minutes or something.
Okay, that's heavy. Oops.
Oh, sorry about this bit. Yes. Okay, now we can have a look at my one. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
It's not all about you, no. It's all about me, okay? Right, we'll get my one in the frame. And then hopefully people can.
Daddy,
Yeah.
on the computer it stopped.
Yeah, I know. I think it because I can't keep up with the Wi-Fi. So I'm filming and watching it get filmed. Do I go up or down on here?
That way. Down. Yay!
Hey! So there's my one. Maybe one day I'll get around to painting their eyes, little eyes and nose and the mouth in, but you can see the general sort of gist of it. What are we going to paint next time?
We could paint the cat.
The cat. Daisy wants to paint the cat next time. Go and get the cat. See if you can get the cat without knocking everything down. Do you know who painted it?
Matty.
Oh, good. So next time,
We might paint the cat.
unless we get any better suggestions, we're going to paint Henri and Matisse's cat. Oldie, oldie, oldie. Smiley, smiley. There we go. We're going to have a go at Henri and Matisse's cat.
Unless we find any other suggestions.
And suggestions? Hee-haw. Okay. Hey! Right, we've got I think we've got a photo coming in live from France of Effort. I've not seen it properly. Right, how are we going to do this?
I want to see.
Live link cut out. The live link cut out. You and Daisy are a great double act, that's nice. Okay, hold on, let's see if I can.
We might.
I think.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. So next time we probably, unless we have other suggestions.
Yeah, show people the other things we can paint.
So we can paint. Okay, I'm gonna have to leave that there. Okay, maybe it is. We can paint. What else? We could paint. V. Okay, maybe not. We could paint the Mona Lisa. Say which one.
We're going to have a little break, aren't we, Dace?
Yeah.
We're going to have a little break, and we'll come back in 10 minutes. We're just going to sort of leave this thing running, I reckon.
Yeah, we'll come back in probably 10 minutes.
10 minutes. How you doing?
It's dry. Daddy.
Yeah?
This is dry.
Oh. Why don't you show them what we made yesterday?
Okay. Okay.
Well, it's quite good, isn't it?
Mhm.
Do-do-do-do. There's a black pen, Dace. No, big one, big thick one. Oh, that'll do. Thank you. And a bit of tape. Dave, can you make me a sign?
What?
Look, tea break. There we go. We should do. Can you do me a sign saying next class, Friday? We need to find out what date it is on Friday.
If it's the 27th today,
Yeah.
then it's the 3rd of April. Then
Sure.
I think.
Good chat.
Keep on the phone.
Yeah, absolute winner. Right.
April Fool's Day is on the 1st of April. I'm going to be pranking you a lot.
Can you do the thing? Next class. And put wash with paint. Yeah. This is the tea break. Oh, right, mate, thanks. Yeah, thanks, Sam. I think we've broken the internet, Des. I think we've broken the internet.
What do you mean?
So many people are watching this that the whole thing's broken.
8 people, Daddy.
8? That's a
Uh-huh.
lot, isn't it? No, it's 8 million. I think it's 8 million. Doesn't it say 8? Is there an M after? Oh no, 7 million now. God, 7 million. Don't touch that because it'll shake it.
As you can tell, I love strawberries.
Go on, Nicole, keep going. It's not a race, you know. Where's our little thingy painting?
Oh no, we were almost run out of strawberries. We only got them today. Oh, no one can see that.
Yeah, good one.
Don't be scared.
Whoa. Oh. Is that working? No.
8 million.
What?
8 million. Daddy.
Is that going to go in the right place? What are you looking for?
You've got something.
What are you looking for?
Nothing.
You don't use any more thingy bobs because
Use any more what?
data, because we've live
But I
streaming
need to
that.
text Mummy.
Well, text his phone there. Right. Right, we're going to finish. We are going to finish. We're going to post up. Well done, Dace. Go and say bye to people. We're going to post up.
Sorry.
There we go. There we go. Go like that. Move that picture there. No, that. That's that. Right. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you, beautiful. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And stay at home and that. And Daisy, we're going to tell people about this.
So every Friday, we hope, we're going to be doing, because the next one is the 3rd of April, we're going to be doing these painting classes things at here.
Yeah.
And if you comment, what pictures we do, we'll see which one has the most, and we'll do that one.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Nice one, Daisy.
Bye.